brand new movie that just hit theaters. It is written and directed by Guy Ritchie. The film stars Isaac Gonzalez as a lawyer named Rachel, who works for a company led by Bobby, played by Rosamund Pike, who are trying to work a deal out to earn $1 billion from this crime boss, Manny Salazar, who in this movie is played by Carlos Bardem. Salazar owns his private island, and when she has to go for a potential meeting with him, there needs to be a way to get her on and off the island without her getting killed. She relies on her two people that she broke out of prison years ago, who now become her confidants: Sid, played by Henry Cavill, and Bronco, played by Jake Gyllenhaal. The film is an hour and 38 minutes and is rated R. Welcome back, everyone, to a brand new review here at Max Talks Movies. My name is Max Sittenberg. Today, we are talking In the Gray, a movie that seemingly no one knew either coming out, has been sitting on a shelf for over a year, waiting distribution from a major movie studio. And here we are in May of 2026, and finally, In the Gray hit theaters from writer-director Guy Ritchie. I am someone who is a big fan of Guy Ritchie. I pretty much think his movies are usually just a good, fun time in the theaters with a lot of fun, charismatic actors. And that is exactly what In the Gray was. With the whole buildup of knowing how long this movie has been sitting on a shelf for, I was like, why does no major studio want to touch this movie? So I kind of did end up having low expectations for this movie, but this fits in, I think, perfectly with the rest of Ritchie's catalog. This is not a great movie. This is a simple action heist movie that you know exactly what's going to happen from the beginning of the movie to the very end, but it's a very fun time with a charismatic ensemble. What's great about this movie is that you get to watch Henry Cavill and Jake Gyllenhaal work together to get through this mission. They're kind of the buddy cop element of the movie. They're clearly buddies, but they have some really funny back and forth banter that you love. Obviously, both guys have worked with Ritchie before. Cavill in Ministry of Ungentle Warfare and Man from Uncle. Gyllenhaal even more recently with The Covenant back in 2023. Two actors who are extremely cool, suave, charismatic, and are so believable, of course, in action scenes. Ritchie, in particular, loves making Henry Cavill the cool guy. He was awesome in both Ungentle Warfare and Man from Uncle. And Cavill and Gyllenhaal, once again here, are excellent in this movie. Isaac Gonzalez, another person who I will say in the first act, I was thinking to myself, is she like miscast as this lawyer? But she's a really strong actress. I think a lot of people don't really see of her as a very good actress. I do. I think she's very strong. And here she has to command a particular presence throughout the entire film. She has to be not intimidated going into these meetings with these crime bosses who can kill her with a snap of their finger. But also when the action starts happening, kind of her realization of what's going on was also one of my favorite aspects of the movie. The film is gorgeous. The majority of the film takes place on this private island, and the action scenes are quite good here. I was actually expecting a lot more action than we got, but the third act definitely delivers on a lot of explosions and gunfights and things of that nature. And it's a lot of fun. I also really like Chris Bensted, the composer. He is used really at this point, for the most part, only by Guy Ritchie. I loved his score on Wrath of Man, and I always like his Guy Ritchie scores over the last 5 years. Don't know why he only just works with Guy Ritchie, but another strong score here within the Gray. But as I said, this is a movie that you've seen a billion times. It's really simple. Get in out of a situation, get her out of this particular situation. The twists and turns you kind of have seen coming from a mile away. They try to set up this idea where Sid and Bronco, played by Gyllenhaal and Cavill, have this whole team assembled. But you don't really care about any real member of the team. There's also a point where sometimes the movie does feel unfinished. Like there are there's movie has a lot of narration, and there's particular sequences where characters are talking or trying to give exposition, and the ADR narration does not match what the characters are saying. So you can definitely tell this was a patchwork movie. And again, I didn't really care. I think Rosamund Pike was kind of wasted. She kind of has nothing to do in this movie other than sit in an office and have monologue scenes with Isaac Gonzalez. Just kind of a wasted performance because I just think Rosamund Pike is a really good actress. But again, I think this movie could have had a lot of energy in the first like 30 minutes or so. The movie kind of loses its steam, its high energy as the movie goes along. I think if it sustained that for a longer period, I would have enjoyed this more. But guys, overall, this is a harmless action movie. I don't think it's that great of a movie. I don't think it has this amazing action or dialogue or energy. But for me, I have a good time. If you like Guy Ritchie, I think you're going to enjoy In the Gray. If you've never been a fan of Guy Ritchie's movies, I am not sure In the Gray will get you on board. But I still had a good enough time with this movie. I'm giving In the Gray a 3 out of 5 stars, guys. I am going 62% for In the Gray. Let me know your thoughts, guys, on this movie down in the comments section. Like this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I'll see you guys in another video very soon.